Hey guys!
Hey guys!
So, really quick before you jump into this video about Missouri's state parks, we wanted to, one, tell you that very obviously this footage is old.
It's a little bit.
They can't see the snow on the ground.
Oh.
A
little bit.
We have about 4 inches of snow right now on the ground. And this footage is actually from our trip to Missouri we took in May. So we went on a road trip. We posted one video at the end of May. If you haven't seen that, we will be linking that below so that there's more context to it. This is technically episode 2 of that trip, I guess. It just took us a long time between the two.
Months, whatever.
No big deal.
So it's a collaboration with another channel. We drove all the way down to Missouri to meet up with them and let them show us around their state. It was a really cool opportunity. We had a great time.
Amazing.
And learned some really cool factoids about another area and tried some local beer.
And we have some phenomenal drone footage in this video, so please make sure you watch until the very end. There is beautiful photography from our very own Skippy up until the last second.
Yeah.
Without further ado, we hope you enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good morning. So, Dana is out there. He's going to start a fire, hopefully, but it rained literally all night. And then since like 6 this morning, it's been loud honking from Canadian geese and sounds of birds chirping, which is wonderful and awful at the same time. So it's nature's alarm clock. So I'm in the tent. I'm gonna get pants on so I can leave the tent. And we're gonna make some coffee. So here's what Dana does when he's trying to encourage the morning coffee.
Come on. Come on. Good coffee.
Is it helping it?
It's bubbling.
Okay. We got our tickets for the cave tour, and we are currently just waiting. I wanted to make sure we are early.
The cave stream was cutting down the walls, it was cutting down these blocks, and they just kind of got too heavy and flopped into the water. So a breakdown happens as part of cave growth and eventually cave death, but it's very, very rare by human standards. I've never seen or heard breakdown actually occur in any cave. I do a lot of wild caving, and it's really hard to come by. Now the water that you hear down there is flowing over a man-made dam. It's not even natural. Now a guy named Lester Dill.
Here's our very fancy lunch.
Well,
My favorite part of the entire cave experience was where the history of like the World Fair kind of tied into it, and then the fact that they used to enter the cave through a boat channel. I think that's awesome. What was your favorite part? What?
On my food underneath the Mamma Jamma thing.
What?
The Mamma Jamma thing. The King's...
Flow Rock?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we walked around the Merrimack State Park Visitor Center a little bit, and then we went through our little booklet. We got like a whole booklet.
Really a nice book.
It honestly isn't. It has like a super large map of it, of the park. That's the park that we're at. And there is what looks to be about 7 various trails. Most of them are just natural beauty and a lot of good bird watching destinations, but there's not like anything specific you are seeking out except for the trail that we're about to do. This one is is it Fisherman or is it Fisher's Cave. So this is the smallest or shortest trail on the park, but we're gonna start heading towards the Johnson Shut-ins and kind of that section so that we can meet up with our special guests.
I think
or we're their guests.
our special hosts.
Yeah, because it's their state, not ours. But we're going to do this hike, and then we're going to start heading towards the shut-ins and kind of see what we see and do a little mini road trip towards where we need to be. This is Fisher Cave. You can't actually go in. It's a paid tour. It's kind of cool to have this old fencing here, I guess, but it also makes it so it's impossible to get a natural picture of the cave. We are now at an antique store in Sinclair, Missouri. I don't know, I thought it was Sinclair. But it's off Route 66. And there's lots of signage. No.
Yeah, this is a picker's kind of.
So the sun is finally coming out a little bit. We're driving.
Well, we see blue skies at least, and I need sunglasses. So
yeah. We are currently heading towards Johnson Shut-ins to meet our special friends. Beep. I didn't say the name.
Oh, well.
Yeah, the view is absolutely stunning. Anyway, we noticed
Blue Ridge.
how amazing the antiquing was as far as that goes. And it reminded of American Pickers because of all the tin signs and all the metal signs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and they were
Franklin
priced right where they would say they were valued. So like watching that show for so many years, I wasn't like shocked by the prices. I'm never gonna be someone who wants to collect that kind of stuff really, but I was like, oh yeah, totally $590. I think it's, you know, if they could buy it for $200, they could make a buck on it. You know what I'm saying?
We were totally American picking. Those
We were.
places. It was funny.
Who's Mike and who's Frank?
Frank is.
I think I'm Frank. He likes to collect littles.
Yeah.
And you'd be more about like the motorcycles, dirt bikes,
Frank,
and
yeah, I think I'm more Mike.
I'm a Frank. I think I'm a Frank. Anyway, if you don't watch the show, you don't know what we're talking about. But we are pressing onward.
Yep.
Hey guys, I know we disappeared yesterday after being at Fisher's Cave, but we found this really awesome tour that we could take at Johnson Shut-ins, which is where we're at right now. And I think those are our tour guides up here. Hey, it's Happy Trails Hiking!
Hey guys!
Hi, y'all.
So we were one of two cars in the parking lot when we pulled in, and it's perfect weather today.
It's gorgeous.
Really, really beautiful.
Yep.
Birds are chirping. Wind is breezing a little bit. You can hear the rushing water and you can smell flowers. So it's an awesome spring day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Down there is the swimming pool. Over there. Sitting on rocks right now in the middle of the rapids, which is really cool. Pretty active. Dana's sitting on a rock, which is great. We got Kay down there. Matt looks very astute up there. Okay, second stop. We're at Elephant Rock State Park by the Quarry Lake, surrounded by tons of magnificent boulders. So welcome to the Quarry Lake.
It's beautiful. Well, it is. Cracker. We're actually keeping up pretty good for beer bellies. But the rock formations are beautiful. So many of the things that we're seeing kind of cross geographical lines, and they remind us of other parks we've been into. Like certain parts of this remind us of Kentucky Red River Gorge. Some of it reminds us of Yosemite, but nonetheless, very spectacular, awesome stuff to look at. Lots of really neat things. I always kind of think of Missouri. I always kind of thought of Missouri as St. Louis, Kansas City, you know, barbecue and stuff like that. But I never, for a second, thought about all the parks and the national monuments.
Yeah, it was cool to know that there's 88 state parks.
They really take a
and
lot
they
of
take so much pride in their parks.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. And you know, I've watched Happy Trails Hiking, some of their vlogs and their videos about the trails they've been on and stuff like that. I had no idea how much pride and ownership the people of the state take in their parks. Interesting to note, they actually have a sales tax that they pay. 1/10 of every cent goes towards the state parks, and it's a voted on tax, and every year or every 4 years when it comes
They
up
approve.
for
The state approves it.
reapproval, it passes in a landslide. So the people here love their state parks, and it's hot today. It's, well, for being in northern Michigan, it's hot here.
Yeah, well, it's dry heat too.
It's about 75 probably,
right now. Yeah.
but the humidity is so bad, and yet it's filled with people. Like, this place is filled with people, and
Super
it's
busy.
It's kind of nature's jungle gym for all these kids.
Yeah, it is.
You can see them kind of crawling around underneath the rocks and stuff like that. But you can imagine finding something like this as a kid. What a great time you'd have. I'd want to come here and spend the entire day.
Yeah, we saw a couple people having birthday parties and stuff too.
Yep.
Which is really cool. And I think the interesting part about going to a new place with people who are from here, because this is like not even just our first YouTube meetup, but also meeting people who have similar interests and passions as us. So it's been really cool kind of having an inside information on things where typically Dana and I will kind of explore something together, which is, it's fun to kind of figure out why something is the way it is. But it's nice walking in and kind of having the familiarity that a local would have in some ways because of the things that they're telling us about the quarry lake and the rocks, and it's almost like you can just pass by all the plaques throughout the park and just
got your own little
ask Kay or Matt,
right
which
there,
is kind of
right
cool.
there.
So jokingly, our intro to letting you know we are with them was that they're our tour guides, but to be quite honest, they kind of are.
Yeah, what a cool way. I mean, we've talked about before being able to give somebody a tour of our state and how we would approach it.
Which
and,
I hope they come to visit us so we can do that for them.
At some point, we'll be able to put the shoe on the other foot and do the same favor for somebody, because people who live in states like this learn all kind of little tidbits of information that you don't get unless you live here.
I feel like this is more of a squeeze than Fat Man squeeze.
Skippy didn't like it at all.
You stuck?
No, I'm not stuck. Skippy was.
This one will just have to wait. It's nature's paparazzi. Just popped out.
Paparazzi tour guide.
They were ready.
No, you were the surprise people that came out, and we had no idea.
Oh.
Oh,
I was just trying to keep the shirtless dude out of the video, you know.
So, we have left the rock formation on the top, and now we're going on a trail that Happy Trails hiking has not gone on before. So, let me show you what we're looking at here. Awesome. Engine House Ruins.